Project Rising Spirit, who had created the Bloodshots and created Deathmate, was to basically test the limits of Deathmate and see how she can be the most powerful nanite-driven, hero. So PRS had been seeding New York City with nanites, and they finally decide to flip the switch, and everybody in Manhattan becomes Bloodshots, and they all start fighting. The idea behind it is that, so you see the city just in mayhem with everyone Bloodshot. And so our Bloodshots that are getting off the island will have to make their way back to Manhattan because they're the only ones that can fight this. But Project Rising Spirit's intent was to have Project Rising Spirit be the saving grace and Deathmate in to, save the day. And, we're the ones that, save things with the nanites, but, you'll get to see how that plays out in the series.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun event. It's kind of like the same vein of like Escape from New York or something. It's Bloodshot trying to infiltrate Manhattan that's just completely overrun, like a zombie apocalypse, but way worse because these guys, you can't put them down. Pure savagery.
Yeah, because none of them, the Bloodshots prior were all, war heroes, and they have training, and, they know how to, fight. This is just pure mayhem. It's just your average Joe, just given nanite powers and indestructibility and just pure chaos.
And it's also a big culmination of Jeff's entire run on Bloodshot. Bloodshot Reborn. A lot of the themes, character progressions that you've seen throughout the preceding 18 issues really will come full circle here, and it ties up everything that he's done with a nice bow. So we're really excited. But Bloodshot won't be the only one there. We'll also have appearances from members of Unity, including your favorite Ninjak.
Yes, Ninjak will be appearing, as well as Livewire, and I think everybody's favorite Unity member, Ginger, will also be showing up. But then we also have some, as always, gorgeous covers from Dave Johnson, as well as Ryan Stedman.
His first ever Valiant work.
Yes, we were very lucky to be able to carve out a little bit of time with Ryan to be able to squeeze this cover in, which is gorgeous, colored by Brian Reaver.
So Bloodshot USA, that's coming out in October. But then in November, we will turn things over to Savage with Mr. B. Clay Moore, along with artist Clayton Henry and Lou LaRosa. So you want to tell us what's going on with Savage?
Savage is an entirely new character, and the sort of elevator pitch would be imagine if like David and Posh Beckham had crash landed on an island with dinosaurs, and their young son had been forced to be raised amongst the dinosaurs, and that's Savage there on the cover. He's and Savage actually the soccer player's name was Kevin Sauvage. It's a French-English couple, and the young Savage is 6 months old when they land. They don't land; they crash near the island and make it to safety, and immediately discover that there are some dinosaurs on the island. And basically, the book is kind of an examination of. We open these pages from Louis LaRosa are mind-blowing. This is easily one of the best-looking books I've ever worked on, and Louis is a dinosaur. He's not just a fan; he's like literally an expert on dinosaurs.
Is he actually a dinosaur? Is that what you're saying?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Louis, it's not a dinosaur.
He's it's like what's so exciting about working on this book with him is how excited he is by it. Judging by his reaction, it might be the best comic book you've ever seen. But it's to the extent with the dinosaurs that everything is as accurate as I think we can manage in 2016. He would give me lists of dinosaurs with all the details, the scientific names, and everything, and I would generally just say, well, something like one of those is fine. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what dinosaurs to draw. So I kind of give them the personality of the creature. But you can see, it's just really. I'm not. You always want to, praise your collaborators, and Clayton is doing fantastic work as well. But this Savage dinosaur stuff is, and Brian Reaver's coloring it, and I don't think it's easy to do justice with color to this artwork, but Brian is doing a phenomenal job. And Lewis has told me, he thinks they're clicking like no one's ever clicked with it before. So just visually, it's a stunning book.
We have some Clayton Henry pages too.
Yeah, there's Clayton's, and so the book kicks off with that sequence from Lewis, which is sort of now, and we were introduced to this literally savage 15-year-old who's got like some dinosaur claws and is stealing eggs from a mama dinosaur, and then we flash back to 14 years earlier and follow the parallel journey of the soccer player, his jet-setting, career-managing wife. They're in kind of a rough patch before they crash land on a dinosaur island, and then they're sort of forced to come together and survive, basically, as long as they can, or as long as they may. You'll see at the beginning that the parents aren't around, so we're kind of examining how we got to that point. See those, yeah. You can Clayton. I mean, I don't want to not give Clayton credit because he is a phenomenal storyteller. He is doing terrific work. I don't know if I've ever worked on a better looking book, to be honest. So yeah, there's a soccer ball. So he's a soccer player, and this sequence. That's when Kevin first. This is before they've run into dinosaurs or any. There's other weirdness on the island too. It's not all dinosaurs. It's a very strange place they've ended up on. And as the story goes, seeing it through the kid's eyes, this is all he's really ever known. So it's kind of fun to introduce these strange elements that would be really odd to us, but by the time we meet him at 15 years old, he's kind of, this is the only world he's known, so to him it's all, it's normal, so to speak. So as one of the two actually variant covers, the Jared Fletcher logo cover is fantastic. I keep thinking about having that made up as a con banner or something. I love that. It looks like a soccer dress, with blood on it. And then Renato's cover is also fantastic. Just look at that. I mean, it just blows my mind. And there's somebody, he's not in the room here, but there's somebody at the show actually has the original art for that second cover that he purchased from Lewis. He's a big fan of Lewis's. So. But yeah, and so we take the character from when we meet him with the dinosaurs and follow him. The intention is to, he's a part of the Valiant universe. He's in a corner of the Valiant universe. So for me, the kind of going forward, what I'm most looking forward to is kind of figuring out how we can do something with him as he maybe moves past the dinosaurs and the island. And how would this crazy 15-year-old slashing dinosaurs survive if he was removed from the island? And that's maybe the direction in which we're kind of heading as we go forward. So.
That'll be coming out in November. Like Britannia, that'll be a 4-issue prestige format limited series, brand new concept to the Valiant universe, bringing a lot of fresh ideas in. So we're really excited for that.
And the first time we ever did that was with the book Divinity.
Excellent segue, Daniel. I wonder what that might lead to.
If you guys hadn't already heard, we had our first Divinity series, which the first issue, 5 printings, sold out. The trade paperback, I think, is now about to be in its third print.
Yeah.
We don't even have any at the booth. It's out of print, but we do have the hardcover, which is gorgeous. But after that, we had Divinity 2, which introduced us to Mishka, and now we're ramping up to Divinity 3, Stalinverse. Written by Matt Kent, Trevor Hairsine, inks by Ryan Wen, color by Dave Barron, and lettering by Dave Lanfear. It's the same team that did 1, that did 2, and they're continuing on 3. They've just really ramped up with this one. If you want to look at some of these pencil pages from Trevor Hairsine.
First time we've ever shown these pages.
Yeah, no one has seen these up until right now.
So, feast your eyes. We can't say too much about this project just yet.
Right.
Many more things to come before New York Comic Con, but basically, it's a reality-shaking event. Imagine if things were a little different in the Valiant universe. I believe our tagline is "Welcome to the Stalinverse, comrade."
Yeah.
So we might just leave it at there. Let you keep guessing.
Is that
yeah.
maybe that guy's familiar? I'm not sure.
So we're incredibly excited. This will be another 4-issue prestige format series, and that will round out the future of Valiant.
Yes.
So
For 2016.
For 2016, yeah, of course. Excellent. Like to open up for questions. If anyone has anything they'd like to toss our way, open it up for you guys. Yes.
4001 AD just concluded, which was a phenomenal series. Thank you very much. How long till we start to see the foreshadowings of what's going to kind of roll out from there?
I mean, you'll have to stay tuned to 2017. There are
We're working
there
on
are
things.
happening.
We're working on things. Things that will be announced
Yeah, things
at
are
some
happening.
point soon.
Did 4001 number 4 hit shelves?
Yes.
Okay, so you all saw that last page of
Yeah.
So there are things to come.
Nice.
Okay.
Anyone else? Yes.
Now that EXO is coming to an end, will there be more Valiant titles that just on run, to 50 issues or perhaps one day 100 issues? Are you looking for some cornerstone titles that just are ongoing, or will everything be in shorter blocks?
All of them. They're all like 1,000 issues.
I mean, EXO was the flagship book for us. We had Mr. Van Lente's A&A that ran for 25 issues. Bloodshot ran for 25 as well. Ninjax up into the 20s now. Harbinger as well. We let the stories go to where the stories go. We never really set out and say like this is the end cap of the book. We just kind of let the story lead us.
What was cool about Archer Armstrong is 25 issues was that really that was the story I wanted to tell, was sort of their battle against the sect, and I think it was smart for Valiant to cap that off, then let it sit a little bit, and then bring someone like Rafer on with a fresh take with those characters and tell his story, his Archer Armstrong story, and I think it's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and then other than that, like our prestige format books are where we really want to bring in new characters like Divinity, like Savage, like Britannia, and kind of expand the universe a little bit more. But I mean, Gen Zero's ongoing.
Yep.
ANA's ongoing. Wrath,
Faith.
Faith, all of these things. Faith. That's bound to happen, right, guys?
How far is Shadowman going to?
Oh, sorry.
How far is Shadowman?
I'm sorry.
Shadow.
How far is Shadowman going to?
We don't.
25, yeah.
No, I think.
Oh, no?
No, because we had end times.
Oh, that's right.
Shadowman went to about I think 16 to 18.
Right around there.
Yeah.
You had a question in the back.
Yeah, I haven't looked online, but anything upcoming with Quantum and Woody?
Nothing to announce yet.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if,
Anyone else?
You sir.
That's a question for Fred and Rafer. Now, the Generation Zero group, like you guys said, debuted in Harbinger Wars, and so those two groups have I don't really remember if they came into contact directly in Harbinger Wars, but now that the whole world knows about the Psyops, are we going to see Peter and Kronos come into blows eventually over leadership and who's to blame for what for certain things in the world at this point?
I think it's safe to say that Cronus and Peter have radically different ideas of leadership and what direction the Psyops are going in, so I would have to say a conflict is probably inevitable, yeah. It depends on how low-key Generation Zero manages to stay. They're kind of totally underground, off the grid, and that's why the kids who contact them have to go to the specific web chat app and set it to the specific channel and just kind of speak into it. But Generation Zero, not good at keeping a low profile. So I imagine Peter and the gang will hear about them sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Will Bloodshot return after Bloodshot USA?
Oh, Bloodshot has to return, right?
Yeah, he's one of our
He's
characters.
one of our staples.
He's hard to kill.
Yeah.
Will it go back to Bloodshot Returns to the title, or will it?
Not sure right now.
Okay.
This is kind of a swag related question. How long till we get some Harbinger like jackets or other related swags? I think the only probably knock I would have against Valiant is there's lots of stuff I would love to buy that you haven't made yet.
Have you been to ValiantStore.com?
Of course I have.
Alright, fair enough. There's plenty there, I think, but we will bring that up with our.
But not enough.
I mean,
Not enough.
our director of sales,
Yeah.
right over there, Mr. Adam Freeman, would probably be your best bet to talk to about something like that.
Wow, thank you for that. So cozy under this bus. We're always working on new stuff. We're developing a lot of really cool stuff coming from a lot of different suppliers. Actually, it's a good time to talk about one of the guys, members of our team, was a man named Russ Brown, who was he was the head of licensing for Marvel, essentially built their licensing department. He has been working with us since really close to the beginning. We've had an opportunity to get a lot of amazing stuff done, a lot of products that other publishers wouldn't be able to do until much further along than we are now. So we've looked at a lot of that. A lot of it has to do with when it's time and when it's ready. I can almost guarantee you it's before we are all done, you're gonna have a Harbinger jacket. Okay, wait. Make a full Harbinger suit, and we'll talk about something special out there.
So we have time for just one more question. So, you sir, back there.
First, I just want to put in another vote for the Harbinger jacket.
Excellent.
Noted. All right.
The actual question, at every other panel you've done, you've given out a super secret code word.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's a great.
It's like
It is. That is, yeah.
You said last question.
So yes, as is tradition with every Valiant panel, as a show of thanks for being the best fans out there in comics, we will give you a password, which if you then take it to our sales reps at the booth and whisper, you will get a free gold book.
The key there is whisper.
Don't
Whisper.
don't-
If the decibel level is too high and we hear it, if you're talking to someone else, I don't know. It's a little iffy.
It is. So, here we go. The secret password is